Hey there, viewers. Do you know what heart palpitations are? You've probably heard of them, but can you explain them? Heart palpitations are essentially an irregular heartbeat. You may feel a faster beat or fairly aggressive pounding. It's usually brought on by stress or various medical conditions. Whatever the reason, it's uncomfortable. And when it happens for the first time, it's pretty scary. The good news is there are remedies for heart palpitations that you can do from the comfort of your own home. Does drinking water help? How about eating healthier? Oh no, I have to cut back on coffee? Let's talk about 7 home remedies for heart palpitations. Number 1. Drink less caffeine. One of the best ways to help heart palpitations is to cut down on drinking coffee. Not only that, but caffeinated beverages as a whole should be reduced. I know you love tea, but take it down a notch. As for Coca-Cola, it should be next to non-existent if you're battling heart issues. While recent studies have shown that caffeine is not a direct cause of heart palpitations, it can certainly add to the problem. Caffeine can have a significant effect on your mood, metabolism, and physical performance. Each of these factors serve as contributors to irregular heart activity. If you're feeling stressed, a cup of coffee isn't ideal. Caffeine increases alertness by blocking the effects of adenosine. This is the brain chemical that makes you feel tired. It also triggers your adrenaline. This can make your heart go crazy. As a result, your stress will only worsen. Try your best to change your sleeping habits. This way you won't be as tired when you wake up in the morning. If you're less tired, your urge to drink coffee won't be as persistent. Number 2. Drink more water. To reduce palpitations, it's important to stay hydrated. When you haven't had enough water, your heart needs to work much harder to pump blood. This can cause the heart to palpitate. Your blood also becomes thicker when you're not drinking water. This makes it more difficult for blood to travel through your veins. As a result, your pulse rate increases and contributes to heart palpitations. So, how much should you drink a day? Well, expert suggestions vary. The most commonly recommended amount is around 8 glasses. This includes a glass after waking up as well as one before bed. There are other signs of dehydration besides heart palpitations. These include dark urine, extreme thirst, headache, and dry skin. If you have any of these symptoms, grab yourself a cool glass of H2O. Do you find this video interesting so far? Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, hit that like button, and ring the notification bell to stay up to date with all of our great bestie content. Number 3. Avoid alcohol consumption. We're probably ruining some of your favorite drinks. If you've experienced irregular heartbeats on a constant basis, beer is not the way to go. Alcoholic beverages can be hard on your heart. Even one drink a day is problematic to your health. Studies have indicated that consuming between 1 to 3 drinks a day will increase your risk of atrial fibrillation. This is an irregular heartbeat that potentially leads to blood clots, stroke, and heart failure. Drinking once in a while shouldn't be a huge deal, but if you're guzzling one Budweiser after another, you need to watch your heart. Heavy drinkers, take note. It's time to reduce your booze consumption. If you're 3 beers a day, try to go for 1. Then perhaps you can move on to having drinks only a couple nights a week. Number 4. Don't eat so much. Yeah, that's right. The more you eat at one time, the harder you are on your heart. We live in a culture where people eat massive meals multiple times a day. If you shove too much food down at once, you'll put unwanted pressure on your digestive system. Due to this pressure, your heart will begin to transfer blood to support your digestive tract. Now that your heart is using less blood, it'll have to work harder to function, causing it to react rather violently. Heart palpitations are often the result. A meal should take more than 20 minutes to eat. This way your brain will have time to catch up with your stomach and realize that you're already full. Ideally, a meal should take no longer than a half hour to eat. So the next time you sit down for a hearty Sunday breakfast, eat it slowly or don't make the meal so massive to begin with. Your diet plays a very important role in fighting off heart palpitations, but what exactly should you eat? Number 5. Fish, and more fish. Not fruits? No veggies? Of course, you don't leave those out, but fish are particularly beneficial as they carry omega-3 fatty acids. Omega-3s do battle with heart disease. While heart palpitations aren't exactly indicative of disease, omega-3 will certainly help lower your risk in the future. These fats help the heart find its normal rhythm again, but not only that, Omega-3 fatty acids lower your blood pressure, decrease heart rate, ease inflammation, and improve function of your blood vessels. Salmon and mackerel are particularly good at this. One study focused on heart attack survivors who were given a daily capsule containing 1 gram of omega-3. After 3 years, they were found less likely to suffer another attack. They also showed reduced signs of stroke and overall sudden death. Their risk of cardiac arrest decreased by 50%. Before we continue, are you concerned about the overall state of your health? Check out our recent video on 7 foods that lower your cholesterol. Now back to our discussion on 7 home remedies for heart palpitations. Number 6. Exercise on the regular. If you're going to fight heart palpitations, you've got to be active. Given our hectic lifestyles, the amount of free time we have to work out seems to dwindle away by the day. That's why the smallest, easiest exercises count. It's like people haven't discovered the benefits of a short walk. Walking decreases the risk of heart problems. This could be anything from abnormal beating to serious illnesses we touched on earlier. Experts recommend 30 minutes a day. If a 30-minute session is too long for you, try a 10-minute session 3 times a day instead. Staying indoors? Well, aerobic exercises might be your next best bet. Make a goal to get 3 aerobic sessions in each week. Again, it's recommended that you go for a half hour. If you don't have the time, go for as long as you can. This is all in an attempt to get your heart healthier. Other great activities include running, as well as sports like tennis and basketball. Number 7. Breathe. There are several remedies that fit under this category. I mentioned earlier how stress is often a factor behind heart palpitations. Sometimes, the best treatments are breathing exercises. If you have 30 minutes of walking time, perhaps you have 30 minutes to sit and meditate. Meditation requires you to sit and breathe. If you're committed, this will allow your stress to go free. Over time, you'll notice your heartbeat going back to normal. Another terrific way to relax yourself should be much more obvious. Get more sleep. Missing out on sleep can knock your heart off its usual rhythm. Between 7 and 8 hours of snooze time is a normal amount. Now, if you're caught in the moment and you don't have time for exercise, breathe in and out slowly. I'm talking about a breath so deep that you can see your belly balloon after inhalation. There's also something known as the Valsalva maneuver. This is when you close your mouth, pinch your nose, and attempt to exhale. You'll notice that this is impossible. If you apply enough pressure, it'll feel as if you're taking a bowel movement. As a result, the rise in blood pressure will let your heart reset. Do you suffer from heart palpitations? Will you try any of these home remedies? Let us know in the comment section below. We'd love to hear from you. Enjoyed this video? Hit like, share, and subscribe to Bestie. Wait! What kind of bestie would we be if we didn't tell you about our other awesome videos? Go ahead, choose the left or right video and enjoy.